I also did see, so you are the male vocalist in the Evanescence song "Bring Me to Life." How did that come about?
Well, there's a million theories out there, but the reality of it is we were on the same record label. We already had our first album out. They were working on the Fallen album, and we were up in New York where Wind Up Records was located, and we were up there having some meetings for 12 Stones. And while we were up there, the president at the time of the label, he was showing us a bunch of the new bands they were talking about. They showed us Evanescence, and they showed us a demo version of Bring Me to Life, and it just had, I think, one of the producers was kind of like, ad-libbing what would be the part. And they were telling us about all these rap rock, because this was 2002, so they were telling us about all these rap rock guys that they wanted to do it. And I just jokingly said, like, man, if you can't find anybody famous to do it, I'll do it. And we all laughed, and then just went on about our lives, A couple weeks later, I was getting on the tour bus to go start a tour with Seven Dust, and my phone rang, and it was the record label, and they said, do you really want to do the Evanescence song? I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like half joking, like, yeah, I would love to do it. Still, no matter what, I'm a fan of music, and I thought what they were doing was really cool. So, yeah, I was like, absolutely. So I got off the bus that day, flew to LA that night, recorded my vocals, and got on a red eye at like 5 a.m. to go back to tour. And then a couple weeks later, was getting a phone call to go to Romania to shoot the music video. And then we went on Access Hollywood and the Jay Leno show and all kinds of stuff. It was a much different experience than I had making the first 12 Stones record, to then go to Evanescence and help them and be a part of that. So it's weird, like now, 25 plus years later or whatever on that song, 23 years, whatever, but to look back and see that how far that song came from just me saying like, yeah, man, I'll do it. I'm very grateful. I'm fortunate to have able to been a part of that, even through all the adversity and the things that have kind of come out on the internet about how that process went, because I had no idea that there was any issues between Evanescence and the record label. I was just the goofy kid, that was trying to make a mark for himself and be on things. It wasn't until we were actually shooting the music video that I caught my first glimpse of maybe this isn't what the band wanted. But at that point, like, we're in it, you know what I mean? So I was kind of like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that y'all had any issue with this part of the song. Like, I came into it thinking that y'all wrote it specifically, so then I'm like, oh, and it would have hurt me, but I feel like had I known sooner, I probably would have been like, oh, well, I'm definitely not trying to like step on any toes or overstep any boundaries that I didn't know I was stepping. Here in the last several years, Amy and I have talked quite a bit, kind of been able to talk through it and have an understanding of like how it affected us both individually. And so I'm gratefully honored to be a part of it, and I got to get out on stage with them this last year at Louder Than Life and sing that song in front of 80,000 or so people. I was told it went well. I know I blacked out right before walking out there. The adrenaline was pumping pretty hard. So yeah, I'm honored to have been able to be a part of that, and I won a Grammy in all of it, and got to be on the Jay Leno show and stuff like that. So I'm very, very fortunate.